Excuse me. Like, comment, subscribe. Share the video, especially if you love college football as much as I do. Boston College goes on the road to take on Georgia Tech tomorrow at 12. I think it's at 12, right? Well, this is an interesting game, actually. They're both 3-3. They're both not great teams, but they're both worth watching. Georgia Tech is coming off that big win over a ranked Miami team at Miami. You can call it whatever you want to call it. They did. They got it done. They did it. They weren't supposed to win. They run for 156 yards a game, but their run defense is not good. They've given up 214 yards a game on average. Boston College runs for 193 yards. They've given up 162 yards on the ground per game on average. Boston College only scores 27 points a game. They've given up 31 a game. Georgia Tech has put up 31 points a game and given up 29 per game. What it came down to for me was the fact that this is a home game for Georgia Tech, and Boston College and Georgia Tech has forced 14 turnovers for defense. I think this game is going to come down to also the penalties and turnovers, self-inflicted wounds that Boston College has had too many of this year. Now, don't get me wrong, Georgia Tech's not a great team or anything like that. They're a pretty good team. They're getting better. I think next year with their Coach Key, that's his name, right? I think they'll be a lot better. And I think they are a program that's heading in the right direction. They might make a bowl game, but this game will be a big part of that if they win this game. And I think they do. I think Georgia Tech wins this game 35-24. Again, Boston College's defense is not very good. Georgia Tech is a program that's playing better. Again, their defense has forced 14 turnovers. Boston College has turned it over 8 times. And again, I think Boston College this year has had a history of having too many penalties. Most notably the home game with Florida State and the other road games they've had. So with that being said, I think the penalties will hurt Boston College. I think they'll turn the ball over 2 or 3 times in this game. And again, Georgia Tech's not innocent. They've turned the ball over too. They've had 10 turnovers. But their defense, I think, will bail them out of this game with the turnovers. So with that being said, it's a home game for Georgia Tech. I think Georgia Tech wins this game by at least 2 touchdowns, and they'll keep getting better. Boston College could be a lot better if they didn't have the turnovers, if they didn't have any dumb penalties, and if their defense was a little better. They'd be a lot better. They would have beat Florida State in that game, but they didn't. So, again, Georgia Tech wins this game.